Texas. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Thunderbirds of Houston.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On third down, Jackson drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Taken in at the 11. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he can't escape, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And Jackson throwing once more. Over the middle, complete. That's Wallace. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now it's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Now it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Play action. It's Herbert. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Andrews' first catch, good for a first down.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Mitchell is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Push through, baby. Let's do this.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. From the gun, it's Jackson. Out to his left. Touchdown! Mark Andrews. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Thunderbirds post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That will throw here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down.
He gets this out to Spiller.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit, force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Checks this one down, it's Mitchell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
2 yards, good enough for first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson going up top. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick and didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Herbert on first down now. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Herbert. This is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this third quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And quickly, they get to the line.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. On the option right is Jackson.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Herbert now. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
He's got another one to Johnston.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Herbert off of play action. That is caught. It's Williams. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Justin Herbert.
His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Jackson. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Mitchell now off the option.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football?
Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. First down, here's Mitchell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This is 1st and 10. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Here comes 2nd down.
Hey, middle. Oh, we got a scramble, bro. Let's go.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Come on, guys, dig. Ready?
And they will take a knee here. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A 22-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to